Well, Maria, I'm happy to have you here. I want to start off with, this is about the celebration of Angela's 15th year lyrically. So I want you to share with us a little bit before we get into her about the work that you're doing in the arts community here in Houston.
Here in Houston right now, I'm focusing on a book, and which is a book of poetry, prose, songs, quotes, and personal letters. It will also contain photographs of my family history and personal drawings of my relatives, close relatives like my son.
Okay.
And a little bit of work of them, because I feel like a little bit of them is of course a little bit of me.
As far as myself, my whole thing is to expand poetry to another level, to make it a respected genre of entertainment, as respected as acting, as respected as vocal performance, as respected as classical music, rock and roll, you name it. I feel like we are the stepchild of the art forms, and I am out to destroy that.
Me personally, I have an acoustic album that is in the process of being finished. Singer, songwriter, all composed by myself. Also a poet, have some poetry pieces on the album as well. I just recently discovered digital production myself, so I have about 7 tracks into that album, just all done. So I'm discovering different things about myself just by exploring and trying, and my artistry is evolving more than I ever imagined, so I'm excited.
So as you continue on your journey, take me back to the first time that you experienced Angela. And when I say the first time, I mean from a poetic standpoint and from a presence standpoint. Anything that stands out. The first time. What year was it?
It was 1999 at the Mansion. And there was a poetry contest, and it was advertised on the radio, and so I attended it. And that was my first time hearing Angie G, as what they called her then.
I was away at school, so I totally missed the Mahogany Cafe era. Totally missed that. And I came home, Muddy Waters was popping. It was my first night, and a lot of people got on the mic, you know what I mean? But like I said, it was my first night. I was a lyricist already, so some people got on the mic, and I was like, yeah, all right. But then this chick get up there, Angie Olivia Guillory.
We were young girls, let's see. As far as the poetry and everything was concerned, it was at Mahogany Cafe. And it's interesting because people say Mahogany Cafe. I'm so tired of hearing about this Mahogany Cafe, but for us at that time, it was during the Million Man March, and some brothers had gotten together. They had gone to DC, and they were impacted by that whole movement.
It was a life experiencing. It was she grabbed you with the words, and you just held on to every word. You don't even remember breathing.
And it was during a time when people like myself and Angie and other poets and singers and artists, visual artists as well, we finally had an outlet to share and inspire and encourage each other.
When you listen to her, as when I listened to her for the first time, you just don't remember anything else. And then when it was over, you were just like, oh, you wanted more. I mean, it wasn't enough. You just wanted more.
As young women, as artists, in relationships, we were going through things. And so our poetry was indicative of that time period.
And it is like, do I have to keep it clean? She was a cut above the rest. It wasn't even any second guessing about her ability and her talent.
you personally been affected by her lyrical experience? How is her experience and your experience with her transcend into your own art style?
She encouraged me to be myself. I remember being lectured by certain people when I was on the slam team. Well, stop doing this. You move too much, and blah blah this and blah blah that. But what I learned from listening and watching Angela is everybody's got to be themselves.
She's one of the wisest women that I've ever met. You know, Angie, I've always had a troubled personal life, and you know, Angie was a guide for me through that. Angie spoke a lot of wisdom into my life. She did a lot of encouraging as far as telling me, hey man, that's how you feel, speak on it.
I would say in the poetry realm of our relationship, that is where the most impact is probably prevalent. If you've ever heard us perform together, I really can't explain it, but I can say that we write separately and then we bring our pieces together. So it's not a situation where we get together and we write and we try to intertwine it together. It is naturally God coming to bringing it together for us, and then it has an adhesive flow. You know, it has an adhesive flow. So I would say her impact on me has probably been shaking my stage fright.
She has so many good pieces. I will say this. The last time I saw her perform at Houston Baptist with Urban Souls,
The piece about her father. Watching her at the keyboards performing that piece, for the first time I heard it, I was just in tears because I had lost my father also. That piece is classic.
revered and respected as the queen of our set. Angie, big sis, no matter what pop, you keep spitting and you keep giving them to him. God gave you a gift, sister, and it's only one queen. I love you. Your bruh, 7.
Angela, I want to say that I am a better person because I know you. And it's been wonderful sharing everything with you through your paintings, your piano, you're a musician now, your poetry, all that you've influenced, not only myself but other people. We love that about you. We love that you are a trendsetter, and there's no one like Angela, and I really, really do mean that. I am not a person of computer literacy, and the technology has got me dumbfounded, but I know what the word template means, right? Template is something that is solid and that you put in place for others to copy. And I have to say that Angela is a template for the Houston poetry community without a doubt, because she embraces everyone, male and female, and she realizes that this is a whole big world, big enough for everybody. So she tries to elevate everyone's gifts as well as her own.